It's important to find your passion. It's then important to live your passion. And most importantly, it is about sharing your passion. My adventures really started because I found myself sitting behind a desk. I was a broker in the City of London, and I've never really been the type of person that wants to sit behind a desk, and I found myself to be somewhat uninspired. I love adventure. I love being out there. I love putting myself in situations where I'm out of my comfort zone. And I watched the movie The Motorcycle Diaries, which was about Che Guevara traveling across South America relying on kindness. And I decided that I was going to quit my job and start traveling the world. I had a friend who was in the TV world, so I said to him, look, and I want to do something where I'm traveling around the world and relying on kindness. So we came up with this idea. I went and did the show, and I got very lucky, because it's not every day that you go out and do something and then one of the big TV companies comes in and says, yes, we'll purchase it. But that's what happened. National Geographic came in and bought the show. So I thought to myself, well, this is fantastic. I'm going to move to Los Angeles and everything's going to work itself out just because of one show. But that didn't exactly happen, and I had to work hard to get to where I am today. What I do is I write books about my travels. So they're really travel memoirs. I also host television shows. I did a show called Amazing Adventures of a Nobody, where I traveled from Times Square to the Hollywood sign on $5 a day, relying entirely on kindness. I also did it in England, and I did it in Europe, where I walked from the Eiffel Tower to Red Square in Moscow. Well, not entirely walked, more like hitchhiked. There's another show that I'm working on, and that's called the Kindness Diaries. And the Kindness Diaries, it shows me traveling all the way around the world on a vintage yellow motorbike with a sidecar, relying on kindness, but giving kindness back. For example, one of the life-changing gifts was I ended up meeting this homeless chap in Pittsburgh. He put me up for the night, he protected me, he fed me, he gave me some clothes. And the next morning I was very fortunate to be able to put him up in a house and send him back to school. He wanted to become a chef his whole life. Here was a man that truly had nothing, materialistically, yet he had everything in his heart. And to be able to go out there and experience that, and to be part of that, and to be changed by that, is something that's really powerful for me. My role models and my inspiration have really come from books and movies that I watch. And I'm inspired by a desire to live fully. I don't want to look back at my life when I'm 90 and think, well, I didn't offer my gifts to people. And it's something that's really important to me, not to live a life that's half-lived.